What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Season 4 of Arizona Coyotes Franchise Mode Series. If you guys missed the last episode, unfortunately, we did not win a Stanley Cup. We did, though, make it to the second round of the playoffs, so we're getting better every single year. The Red Wings there, actually, my favorite team, took home the cup. So, the Coyotes couldn't win it. I'm glad the Red Wings did. Someone in the comments was actually asking if we could see the Red Wings Stanley Cup winning teams. But we're currently in the preseason, so I'll show you guys once the regular season starts. And as always, guys, if you wouldn't mind leaving a quick thumbs up on this video, it really helps me out. Next year, though, I'll show you our lines. I think they're looking very, very good. So our first line, I think this is the first time we've had +5. Matthews, Bergeron, Shane Wright. That is such a nasty first line. You got Gunther there playing with Hayton and Keller on the second line. It's an all-original Coyotes line. Puljujarvi, Lundstrom, DeBrusk, very solid third line. Liam Kirk, you guys wanted the Brit up in the NHL, so we made that happen. Playing with Sorella and Funk again at +1. Funk here, medium elite, 81 overall, but power forward, really good shot. I think he'll do well on the fourth line. Plus, he's actually getting some special team minutes. Defensively here, Chikrin Uyghur, top pair, gets a +1. Miller Stanley gets a +1, and Broberg Sargent gets a +3. So our defense looks solid as well. Power play also gets a +5. I think this is the first time our power play's had a +5. So I think this is like the year maybe the team comes alive. Second unit as well looks pretty solid. 4-man power play there, both don't look too bad. +1 on both PKs. 3-man penalty kills, 0-0. So overall, I'm pretty happy how these lines turned out. Goaltending wise, Samsonov, of course, our starter. DiPietro backing him up. Now, in terms of the AHL team, we got Holloway, Zary, and Geeky on our first line. I was actually able to figure out a way to get Zary on that top line. I just had to move Geeky to the wing. And even though they're not getting a chemistry boost, I really wanted Zary on that top line. He's 2380 overall, medium top 6. I think he's going to be an AHL player for us, especially since he's playing with Holloway and Geeky, two other very good prospects of ours. That's going to be an awesome line. Gunler, Lowry, a fan of size, also a sick line. Lowry here we just drafted. Already 75 overall there out of the draft at 18. Fast, Phillips, and Zeusen's a sick third line. Like 280 overall on our third line in AHL. Are you kidding me? And then on the fourth line here we got McCartney playing with McConnell, Barker, and Niederbach. Very solid fourth line. Defensively, Capobianco, Kuliachonic, Crotty, Deneen, Brouwer, Jansen. I think I mentioned Brouwer, Jansen drafted back-to-back second round 2022. So that's pretty cool to see. Burmistrov here, the medium elite goalie we have starting. Someone else asked for that. I don't mind it if it'll help him grow. Hopefully he plays well. If he's not playing well, I think we'll have to put Allenfeld in. Plus with assistant coach Ed Lines on, Allenfeld might end up starting more anyways, unfortunately, just how it works. As well, too, guys, I figured we get this done early. We have to give extensions to both Chikrin and Shane Wright. Shane Wright's only an 88 right now, so I think we could get him cheaper than if he pops off. Like 8.5, honestly, for him is pretty fair. 6 years to be the best of the franchise as well, so $8 million for 6 years right on. I mean, maybe he'd do 7... Maybe do 7.8. If not, I think we'll go up to 8 on him. Chikrin was on a pretty good contract. He only wants 7 as an 88. D-men are very expensive. Could get him for 6 years as well until he's 32. He'd still be good at that point. Asking for 7.5. Let's see if we can get him for 6 years at $7 million. So we're taking on an extra $11 million in cap there, but obviously we're getting two of our best players locked up. Current captain, current alternate captain. I'm okay with that. And as you guys can see here, Bergeron currently has 10 points in 6 preseason games. Even at like 39 years old or whatever he is, he's an absolute beast. And taking a look at the overalls here, we got 95 offense, 92 defense, 89 goaltending. So team is looking solid. Also, too, guys, I'm actually going to jump into this game in like the third period to take a look at what Coach Joe Thornton looks like behind the bench. I'm very curious to see whether or not he still has the beard. Essentially all I want to find out. And real quick, guys, I want to thank Bounty Sports for sponsoring today's video. If you still haven't heard me talk about them yet, they're a new daily fantasy sports platform that's switching things up with a simple and easy to use pick'em style opposed to the regular fantasy sports lineup. I find their methods a lot of fun and honestly easier to win as well. Now signing up is super easy. Honestly, it takes like 10 seconds. If you use my code TACTIX, you can get $5 for free, no deposit necessary. So without spending anything, you can already start to win real cash prizes. Now once you guys have your free $5, you're going to want to choose a contest to enter. I should also mention too that Bounty has a mobile app, but this is a lot easier to record on PC. So click on contest here. You guys can see variety of sports. Obviously though, we're going with NHL here. I'm just going to go, I think, with the $4 one. 30 entries. You can see the variety of different contests. I usually go with like the lower ones, the big payouts. But basically, guys, the favorite always gives you 1 point, and the underdog will give you more than 1 based on, you know, how much of an underdog they are. Kind of want to be strategic here about who you're picking. I'm going to take Vegas against Bruins. I feel like that's pretty 50-50. I'm getting good odds. I'm definitely taking Pittsburgh at home against Montreal, like half their team's out. Basically an AHL team. I'm taking Tampa Bay at home against LA. Devils, Flyers. Flyers haven't been playing too well, so I'm going to take the Devils there. Islanders, Detroit. I'm going to take my team, of course, Detroit at home. Carolina, Minnesota. That's another pretty 50-50 game. I'm going to take the Hurricanes there. Flames, Preds. I'm going to take the Flames away. Buffalo, Winnipeg. You got to go the Jets at home. Again, Blue Stars. I think Blues are the better team. They're away, but I'm going to take them. Toronto Edmonton, that's another 50-50. I'm taking McDavid and Draisaitl at home. Rangers Avalanche is a tough one. Avalanche are a good team, but you're getting like 2-1 almost on the Rangers. I'm going to take that. They're playing well. Now Columbus, Vancouver. Vancouver's 4-0 under Boudreau. Can they make it 5-0? I think they do. I'm going to take the Canucks there. And finally, Kraken at Sharks. This is another pretty 50-50 game. I'm going to take a Sharks though. So you guys can see there my max points is 15.18. I'm going to enroll in this contest. $4 confirmed. So if this sounds like something you guys would be interested in, click the link in the description box below and use my code TacTix for a free $5. Again, no deposit necessary. Highly recommend giving Bounty Sports a try. Now guys, let's get back to the video. Alright guys, so check this out. I'm in the replay right now of the game. I'm going to show you what Jumbo Joe looks like as a coach. You can see Chicken there, Rock in the C, some of the other guys on this team. Right there's the head coach, Matthews with the stash. Joe Thornton, cleanly shaven. Looks so off. Also, too, looks like, I don't know, is my guy, like, wearing foundation? What's going on with, like, the middle of his face there? It doesn't even look like it's part of his head. And look at this, guys. I sent forward a few days. Chicken's re-signing with us. That's awesome. And right as well. I think, honestly, both those contracts are really good. Also, too, I can actually show you guys the Stanley Cup winning Detroit Red Wing lines now, assuming they fixed them. And I think they have. So, Zadina, Raymond, Bertuzzi, Larkin left in free agency. What's Raymond's faceoffs? 75, I guess he can play first line center. Junior Meach, Jonathan Berggren up to an 88. Jeez, he really grew a lot. Pacioretty, Volino, Schmaltz, right, our former player. Appleton, 2 low 70s on the fourth line wings, the Rasmussen. DeHaan, Siders a 91. Polak, Letty, Everton, Hronik. Good D. Cost up to an 85, only 21 years old as well. Subban there backing him up. And honestly, guys, that Red Wings team was good, but I wouldn't call it great. So if they can win a Stanley Cup, no reason our team can't either. Also, guys, too, before we start the sim, I'm going to try and trade Ratcliffe here to the Devils for a third. They want him. Third's on the block. Ratcliffe was our fourth line left wing. Kirk took his spots. Amazing physical stats, like 99 strength and aggressiveness, but pretty bad hands. The shot's okay. It's really powerful. Good stick check. Basically, like, he's replaceable, I think. The other two guys on the fourth line gave us better chem. We'll see what the Devils say. They do say yes, so third round pick, we'll take that. And I just got to trade up here, guys. Jason Zucker for a prospect and a second. I think this is the guy we got from the Rangers. It is Zucker, 86. That's a pretty good player, but honestly, I'm fine with our top 3 forward lines. Gunther's lower rated, but he needs the ice time to grow, so I'd rather just hold on to our futures. And I just got another big trade off here, guys. Torrey Krug for Geeky in 2 seconds. Gonna say no to that one because I really like Geeky. You guys might notice our record's not the greatest right now. 15, 20, and 1. I have no idea what's going on other than the fact we had a terrible losing streak. Starting with Vegas there, we lost 7 straight, ending with the Leafs. Not sure why that happened. Even still after that too, you can see we got a lot of losses. Like what? We went 2-5 here. That's just not good. I'll give it till the deadline, I guess, before I start selling or whatever, but not liking the start for sure. Now this is kind of crazy, guys. Florida's offering us Aaron Ekblad and a 3rd round pick for our medium league goalie in Severson and Connor Geeky. Wow. Ekblad, 20 years old, 90 overall now. He's got 4 superstar abilities on him. I'm going to assume that he's not extended, and that's why they're trading him away. Not that he's extended. Rich, yeah. Not extended. I don't even know if we have the money to keep Ekblad, especially with the Wright and Chikrin extensions. I mean, the thing is, I'm not a huge fan of how we're playing right now, so I wouldn't mind doing something like Uyghur. Sending Uyghur back to the Panthers. How's he playing? 24 points there. He's a -10, though. This is actually funny, guys. I thought they were asking for Burmistrov, who's supposed to be our AHL starter, but assistant coach is not letting that happen. I don't know how to make a low-rated goalie start. I think like you either have to have auto-rotate goalie off, which sucks because the other goalie doesn't play, or you have a low-rated backup, which also sucks because then you're just getting a worse backup. If you guys know a trick, let me know. They're asking for this Severson guy. Wow, he's 1 year younger, 53 overall, so he sucks. Connor Geeky, though, has got a lot of value. Uyghur's isn't that much lower. I wonder if we take off the 3rd round pick and switch Geeky for Uyghur, is there a chance that they would do this? Trade's rejected. Our second might be early because we're sucking, but it's definitely worth it to get Ekblad here with Severson and Uyghur. Now, they're also interested in DeBrusk. He's got 19 points right now in 50 games. He's not playing well, -17. If we add him, then the money's actually, we're saving $2 million, but of course we have to re-sign Ekblad with Severson. Let's see if they do this. Trades rejected. Dang, I mean, I kind of like this route because we are safer money-wise. So Florida said they're trying to save money to re-sign guys, which means we basically have to overpay to get Ekblad, which I don't really want to do on a rental, especially when we might not make the playoffs, but I'll keep it in mind for the deadline if maybe we can make something happen there. Definitely not trading Lowry. 75 overall, 18 years old is, too good to let go. Adam Larson, Hayden Fleury in a third for Severson Brouwer. That's a couple decent defensemen, but we have enough of those. I feel like if anything, we want a superstar defenseman like an Ekblad. Tarasenko, Burmistrov, and Lowry. Wow. Tarasenko could be a game changer. 33 years old, still an 87. He's only got 26 points on the year. That's not great. He's got a big salary too. You know what, I'm going to say no. I thought he would have been doing better than that. Calgary Flames just fired their head coach, and the next game we played them, we lost. Are you kidding me? Wow, another huge trade offer here. Hintz for Lowry and Brouwer. I assume Hintz is a pretty good player. 20 years old, 86 overall, so not bad. Honestly though, what is that? Third line center for us? Because Hayden's second line. And he also needs an extension. I don't think we're having the money, so we're going to have to get creative here with the trades we make. You guys can see about a week away from the deadline. 25, 34, and 3. I don't know how we're here. Like, I thought we would have been swimming so much better. I guess I could have, changed it up sooner, but I just kept expecting, things to turn around. Matthews is playing well. He's got 67 and 62. I don't know what is happening. Bergeron's got basically a point per game. Shane Wright also playing well. He's got like 47 points there, up to an 89. I feel like we maybe have to make a change to our defense. Same with the goaltending. Samsonov, 3.29s against. DiPietro, 3.51 against. Something's not working, that's for sure. Alright guys, so right now I'm offering Samsonov the Hurricanes for a first round pick. I'm also retaining 50% since they didn't have the cap space to take him on. They're the only team interested in him, so if we can get a first round pick for a guy we might not resign, especially if we're missing the playoffs. I feel like that's a good trade. Trade's rejected, okay. Try throwing in the Devils third as well. Wow, trade's rejected. Second and a third? Let's do it. Now, even after trading away Samsonov, our goalies are still decent. We got DiPietro, Allenfeld in the NHL. Then we have Burmistrov, Severson, AHL. So Burmistrov's actually starting now. Hopefully he'll start to grow more because he could be our future NHL starter. And we're now entering the trade deadline, guys. Just want to make sure we got something for Samsonov there. I feel like we're a conservative seller. I don't think we're, full-blown selling. We're not trading away any of our superstars. But and any other pieces outside the core, we're definitely looking to move. Ekblad's on the block. Same with Provorov. A little bit cheaper there. Torrey Krug, Elias Lindholm, 7 years left still. Seth Jones, Hurdle, Tavares, Tarasenko, Klingberg, Sam Steele as well. So a lot of options here. Maybe try and get Provorov instead of Ekblad. Is a bit cheaper. Uyghur, Severson, who's the lower rated medium elite. We have 2/3 for Provorov, Konechny. We'll see what they say. The value's pretty equal. Both are on the block. Trade's rejected. Okay, I kind of figured that. Let's get rid of Konechny there. We have to add some players. They're at the max amount of contracts. Get rid of 2/3. Trade's still rejected. Okay, so we could try it in thirds back. I feel like Uyghur to Provorov is definitely an upgrade in this game. Some people probably argue that in real life. Severson 2/3 to make it happen. Wow. Pittsburgh here has Crosby on the block. 37 years old, still an 86. 34 goals, 29 assists. I mean, they're winning. I'm not sure why they're trying to trade him. He does have 1 year left, so maybe they don't want to re-sign him. I'm offering up to Brusk and Dolak. Brusk signed for 3 more years. Good, middle six winger. Dolak, 1863 medium top 6, former second rounder. I don't mind bringing in Crosby just to help give us a good player. Even at his age, kind of like Bergeron, still playing well. And they say yes to that trade. Okay, so obviously we have to hope Crosby doesn't retire. And if he doesn't, I think, he'll help us out next year. If we can bring him back as well. And next year, guys, I'm offering Mackenzie Weegar to the St. Louis Blues for Colin Parayko. 6 years left, signed at $6.5 million. His contract's not that great, but basically I'm trying anything right now to get this team in a better spot. They say yes, okay, so definitely gonna have a new look team. So next year, guys, I'm trying to flip Parayko to the Capitals for John Carlson. 35 years old now. I always forget how old Carlson is. He's making $8 million there for 2 more years, but I'd rather the short-term, more expensive deal than the longer-term, almost the expensive deal in Parayko, making 6.5 for 6. Plus, in 2 years, hopefully we have younger defense to make an NHL. I think this is a good trade for us. I'm not sure if the Capitals will do it. They do. Wow. Okay, so we bring in Sidney Crosby, John Carlson. We're making some moves, that's for sure. And next year, guys, I'm trying to get Mario Ferraro from the Sharks. 26 years old, already an 85. That's pretty good. Hopefully, he's got a similar contract to what he has right now. Offering up a second and a third since we have a ton of picks. 2 firsts, 2 seconds, 2/3, 2 fourths this year's draft. We obviously just moved a third. Trying to make our defense better. See what the Sharks say here. Trade's accepted. Okay, so that's a big move for us. I'm actually going to try and flip Logan Stanley quickly because we no longer need him. he's got like terrible plus minus right now, minus 15. He plays second pair and nothing else. And I think Broberg honestly can go second pair. It'll give it a better chemistry boost. We don't have plus 3 on the bottom, but that's fine. You just got to find a team that wants him. I feel like Tampa should give us a 4th here. And there we go. Okay, so got something out of nothing. In regards to the top 2 defensemen here, guys, in Ekblad and Provorov, they both only have 1 year left, so a good chance one of these guys hits free agency, in which case, if we do, trade away enough guys, we have the money to get them, why not, get them for free rather than trade for them right now, especially if we're not even in a playoff spot. Alright, guys, so we had the last 2 trades of the day. Stanley for a 4th, 2nd and a 3rd for Ferrero. Lawton there. A couple of prospects to Philly. Our trade for John Carlson, which I still think was honestly an awesome trade. Kerfoot to Seattle. Flames get picks. The trade made for Parayko before flipping him, of course. Our trade for Sidney Crosby there, DeBrusk and Dolak. I think that should work out unless he retires. Seattle there gets a first-round pick for Donato, Larson, and Fleury. Hayek there and Niku to the Jets. So Niku returns, 2nd and a 5th to Philly. Brody and McCabe to the Wild. Braden Schneider there goes to the Blackhawks with a 2nd. Milojevic to the Canadiens. Mysick to Pittsburgh. Klingberg goes to Edmonton. Xavier Borg go to the Buffalo Sabres. Edmonton there to Rangers with Caleb Jones. The Blackhawks got a 2nd and Kreider for Edmondson and Jones. Whoa, I feel like they absolutely stole Kreider there. And we have Ben Hutton being placed on waivers. I think, yeah, he's 31, 79. I'm going to let him go. So after the trade deadline, guys, here's an updated look at our team. Obviously, some of my moves are going to be questioned as a team that's not going to make the playoffs, but I figured to just bring in some guys, see if we play well, and if we do, we'll try and bring this team back. So Matthews, Bergeron, Wright, still the first line, gets a +5. Keller, Crosby, Gunther gets a +2. Lundstrom, Hayden, Puljujarvi. Then we have Funk, Kirk, Sorella. I actually noticed Kirk had one better face-offs than Sorella, so he's now playing center. Defensively, Chychrun, Carlson get a +3. Soderstrom, Miller get a +2. Ferraro, Broberg get a +2. Defense looks much, much better. Goaltending-wise, I showed it before. I think it'll be fine. I think 2 4-man power play now have a +5. The second one gets a -1, but usually a 4-man power play doesn't even last 2 minutes. We'll be okay. The power play there, still +5. Crosby's on it though now, so our second unit's even better. Really, I like to look at the team. AHL-wise, I think it's the exact same. I don't think we lost anybody, so yeah, AHL team should still be dominant. Which, by the way, guys, I don't think I showed you, but Zeri's actually currently our leading scorer, 57 points in 61 games. And the AHL team there is first in their division with 96 points. Our team, of course, last in the division. And we're second last in NHL, so not where we want to be at all, but a lot of games left. Matthews there, currently 68 and 63. And so at the end of the season here, guys, we have a record of 34, 45, and 3. I'm still trying to figure out what happened. I don't know why our team's playing so bad. We played decently after the deadline, maybe slightly better. Still like a good amount of losses there, though. 71 points on the year, like that is just not good enough. I don't know, maybe fire the head coach we just hired. Like, I thought our coaches were good. We had better staff chemistry, better line chemistry. I don't really get it. Matthews there has 88 points, 82 games. So, I mean, he had a decent season there, over a point per game. We had 71 points. So we beat the Flames, and that's it. So we're the second best odds at first overall. Hopefully there's somebody absolutely sick that's, going to go first overall this year. I just want to take another look at our coaching staff. It's down to 45%. I don't know how that happened. I guess losing our head coach team fit 70%. You know what I just noticed though, guys? All of our NHL head coaches have teaching specialty forwards. I didn't realize that till now. I'm thinking maybe that's not a good thing. So we tried out Joe Thornton. I think we gotta let him go. I think we gotta get like a defensive guy and a generalist guy there for the associate, for the assistant. So we'll take a look here and see how everyone did outside of Matthews. Hopefully he doesn't drop with 88 points. I don't think he will. Crosby there, 87. 2 less games played. Bergeron, 77. So the 2 dudes pushing 40 are top 3 scorers on the team. Keller, 69. Nice. Wright, 61. Not bad, but first overall pick, or should have been 90 overall, franchise potential. You expect a bit more. Carlson, 56. Another guy who's older, playing well still. Hayden there. Gunther. Chychrun. And then it's a pretty big drop off the rest of the team. So kind of our depth really let us down. Like Funk here. I know he didn't get a lot of ice time, 9.5 minutes, but really good shot on him. 91 everything. I thought he'd have more than 6 goals there. I should check the goaltending as well. So DiPietro ended up being .901 to 3.32. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're going to have to find a new goalie. AHL team here. Holloway, 77. Should be making the NHL team next year. Zeri, 74. Could also get a call up. Phillips, honestly, even could get a call up. All 3 of those guys, we want to just have cheap depth. Lowry, 73 points at 18. That guy is going to grow like crazy. Gunler at 73. Geeky, 66. I think that's pretty good. I believe that was his first season in the AHL. So yeah, a lot of growth, I think, from the minors. And Burmistrov here, once he started, 0.891 and 2.84. Could be better, but he is only a 70. Severson's 55 overall. He went 5-0, or 5-0-1 I should say, with a 0.92 and a 2.08. That's insane. And taking a look at the entire league here, guys. Three-way tie for Art Ross. Eichel, Draisaitl, Point. That's kind of cool. Ovechkin, 109 at 39 years old. McDavid, Per Backer, who went first overall instead of Wright. Matty Beniers, 105 points. Are you kidding me? Wow. How many shots do you have? 391. So I think this happened before they added the shot pass adjustment in creative players, as it doesn't retroactively work, because obviously the franchise started before they added that. I don't think he'd be taking that many shots with that in the game now. Kucherov, Stone. Look at all these guys with 100 plus points. That's pretty nuts. I'll take a look at D-Man here. Quinn Hughes, 78. Okay, so most of these guys, you know, you'd expect to be at the top. Rookie skaters. Savoy, 60 points with the Oilers. Okay, not bad for him. 62 faceoffs. I don't remember his faceoffs ever being that low, but I did upgrade them. I think I forgot to before I started this franchise. I have them starting at 74 now because, yeah, you don't want a centerman to have such low faceoffs. Quentin Musty, 53. We could have drafted him. So the power forward guy we took instead. His shot, though, surprisingly, isn't that high. 70s for both. Also, he's a two-way forward. I could have swore I made him a sniper. Maybe that was something I did after the fact. You also got the legend, Joakim Kimmel there, putting up 51 points for the Islanders. Same with Hendrik Lapierre, just breaking in now to the NHL at 23. He started at 78, so it's kind of weird. It took him that long to make it. Gunther's actually on the first page, so that's kind of cool. And taking a look at goalies next here, guys. So most wins was Gibson. Best goals against for a starter was Shesterkin, 2.67. And he probably had save percentage as well. We'll take a look here. It was Shesterkin, yeah, 0.916. Tied with him, though, Jack Campbell. Down to an 84, but, you know, still put up good numbers now with the Islanders. Take a look at the standings here. Again, I don't know. It's like a mystery to me. We've got to figure out what's going on with this team. So 3 teams, 100 plus. Did anyone undeserving make the playoffs? Columbus 18, but that's not too crazy. I can't believe second last NHL, Arizona Coyotes. Like, what is going on? I was expecting us to make the conference final this year. I also said how this was the second of our 2-year window to win the cup, and did not happen. So goals for, most there was Edmonton, 309. We had the 4th least with 242. Okay, that's not good. So we need more goal scoring. Good to know. Goals against, we had not the worst. So actually, our goalies and our defense, I mean, we were a bottom half team, but more close to the middle. Okay, so we need more goals, and I guess, you know, defense and goaltending can't hurt. Also, too, guys, as you can see here, HL team had 125 points, which was good for the regular season champion. They're insane. Holloway there. His 77. Like I said, he's probably making the NHL team next year. We got the Henderson Silver Knights in the first round. Just going to send these all at once, see if we can take them out. And we do. We take them out in 4. So AHL team at least playing well. Making up for the NHL team. And we're playing Bakersfield now in round 2. Home ice advantage throughout this whole thing. We're up to 1-3-1, 4-1, beat Bakersfield in 5. And now we have the Iowa Wild here in the conference final. Can we keep it going? 2 losses early sucks, and we actually get beat by the Iowa Wild there in 5 games. Unfortunately, no back-to-back Calder Cups, but still a pretty good run there for the HL team. And the playoffs have ended, guys. Edmonton Oilers won the Stanley Cup, and the Rochester Americans there won the Calder Cup. Good for Edmonton, I guess. McDavid, Draisaitl finally get their Stanley Cup. And this honestly isn't too bad draft results. Philadelphia there picks first, jumping up from 3. But then Calgary gets a 2nd pick, so only dropped 1 spot to 3rd. Definitely it could be worse than that. So we'll take a look here at the AHL playoff stats quick. I'm curious if anyone went off for us. Zary 12 and 14, Gunler 10, Fast 10. Not bad. Let's see, how did Burmistrov do? Better numbers in the playoffs than the regular season, so that's good. In terms of the NHL playoffs, Edmonton here beat the Canucks in 5, Ducks in 5, or Jets in 5s, Rangers in 5. Wow, never went past Game 5. That is pretty impressive, to say the least. Matthews actually grew in rating, now at 95. I just saw that, even though he only put up 88 points. So team awards here, we know all of those. Individual, Eichel got the Art Ross, so whatever the tiebreaker was, probably goals. Also got the Hart Trophy, Hedman, James Norris. I just realized we got Crosby the year after his Art Ross and Hart Trophy season. That's kind of nuts. Gaudreau, Lady Bing, now on the Seattle Kraken, which is kind of crazy because we signed him in our Seattle franchise. Tracy here actually got the Calder Trophy, not Savoy, okay. McDavid, Conn Smythe, you kind of figured that would happen. Shesterkin, Vezina, also got the William Jennings Trophy. Gavrikov, Bill Masterton, Washington coach Jack Adams, Matty Beniers, Selke, Eichel, Ted Lindsay, Ovechkin, Maurice Richard. He's won it, 3 of 5 years there. So AHL team awards. As I mentioned, we won the Calder Cup last year, won the regular season back-to-back years, but unfortunately couldn't get done in the playoffs. Looking at the individual awards, Aatu Ratu, most points. That's pretty cool to see. He was also the MVP. Eamon in there, most goals. Patola, best rookie. Yoki Harju, best D-man. Surprised in the AHL. Rodriguez there, best goalie. So things looking good for Edmonton. Sawatsky, Calder Cup MVP. Aatu Ratu also got sportsmanship. Englund there, community involvement. Allenfeld, actually, our goalie, lowest goals against. So we got something. And we're taking a look at retired players next here, guys. Eric Stahl calls it quits at 40 years old, down to a 69. Good career for him. Spezza there as well. TJ Oshie, Ryan Suter, Keith Yandel, Duncan Keith, Lucic, Wayne Simmons, Andrew Ladd, Gagne, all these guys free agents. Goligoski. Pretty good free agency class. I'll take a look at goalies here. Ben Bishop, obviously just retired real life, so we'll have to remove him from the game. Jonathan Bernier, Cam Talbot, Thomas Grice, Kudobin, another Stars goalie. Okay, so yeah, pretty good amount of players there retiring. So next year, guys, we're entering the draft. Hopefully, there's some good players. I actually haven't looked at the draft class yet. Come on. First overall is a franchise. Christian Havlid from Sweden. Mario Lemieux is a similar style. I've seen Wayne Gretzky. I don't see Lemieux that much. Maurice Gauthier, Sanderson, these guys are also really good. DeMarchi here apparently is the gem. NHL ready, just like Owen Nolan, Zdeno Chara, Jeff Carter, Patrick Kane. I mean, so there's some good players there. We're getting a good player for sure, but I'd much rather Mario Lemieux. Let's try and move up to Philadelphia Flyers, get the first overall. Franchise player is a lot better than a medium elite. Alright guys, the Flyers just made their pick. Unfortunately, couldn't make a trade happen. Havlid there, 82 overall medium franchise. We'll send the Flames pick. They go Gauthier, 78 medium elite. So we're going to get another medium elite player. Carl Sanderson, Kling, DeMarchi. This is who the scouts like. Similar player there. Owen Nolan, he's the gem. Kling's a defenseman. I feel like our D's pretty good. Sanderson there is actually a power forward as well. Similar to Jeff Carter. I guess we'll trust the scouts. We're going to go with the gem here. And he's a 78 medium elite as well. Okay, so not too bad. 76 in Sanderson. So our pick was better. 76 in Ivany, actually, he's medium top 6. What are they thinking? Do we swoop in here? Get him medium elite at number 6 from the Devils. Alright, so I'm off from the Devils. Carolina's second and Severson there, the medium elite goalie for their 6th overall pick. Trades rejected, fair enough. Maybe they're interested in one of our forwards we can kind of no longer need, I guess. There's so many young players coming up. Puljujarvi there's got a good amount of value. I'll add a 3rd round pick as well from the Hurricanes. And there we go, trades accepted. So 6th overall for a 1st, a 2nd, a 3rd, and Puljujarvi. It's a lot to give up, but honestly it's realistic. And we did this because for some reason, oh wow, look at, there's actually 3 guaranteed medium elites, not just Kling. Kuleshov here. NHL ETA though, 3 years. Similar style, Guy Lafleur. Could be like a nasty forward. Rob Blake, 1 year. Kling though, I believe, was NHL ready. So yeah, we want the guy who's already higher rated. And 77, he's actually higher rated than Sanderson. Don't know what St. Louis was thinking there. Detroit's pick. Wow, they also passed on a medium elite. That's crazy. Maybe our scouts just did well. Yeah, Kuleshov only a 66. Zetterberg there, 73 with medium top 4. And actually, you guys are just taking a look at the draft class. Hopefully there's some steals coming as we have a lot of later picks. I forgot we actually still have our 1st round pick. We gave up our medium elite goalie, not the 1st, along with the 2nd and the 3rd, so that's good. Hopefully there's like at least a guaranteed medium top 6 late. There's a guaranteed low elite there, Gene Ross, we'll take that. Also guaranteed medium top 6, 43, he'll probably be our next pick. Or Kilger here, guaranteed medium top 4, 41. So just into our pick, guys, number 31. Like I was saying, there's the medium top 6, and there's also the medium top 4 guaranteed. The medium top 4 is next. I guess we'll go with the defenseman, Kilger here. 69 medium top 4, pretty good for the end of the 1st round. Next year, guys, I'm offering Lundstrom and a 3rd to Philadelphia for their 2nd round pick. Lundstrom, unfortunately, didn't grow much. It was kind of my fault. I didn't play him enough, but we just had better players in the top 6. 25, only an 81, low elite. I've seen him get to 87, so yeah, we stunted his growth. 3rd round pick there, give him a new chance in Philly. They say yes, so it's a really good trade for us because I'm going to take that guy who's supposed to be guaranteed medium top 6 with our 2nd round pick here. Should still be available because I had to scroll a little bit to find him. Yeah, there we go. Vossinar. Hopefully he's decent rated. 65 medium top 6. Well, that's like a decent mid-1st round pick. So for the 2nd round, that's awesome. Our next pick here, guys, in the 4th round, honestly, I'm just going to go by our pins here. Whoever is the highest. So 106, Martin's guaranteed medium top 6 defenseman. I don't know about that, though. That's That's not the greatest. I'm going to go with the low elite, honestly. Guaranteed low elite and Ross. Only 50 overall, but pretty good player. And our next pick here, I'm going to go with Evans. Guaranteed low starter goalie. 58 overall, not terrible. And we actually have the last pick here in the 4th round. Again, just getting rid of all the pins here. So I guess we'll go Bouwmeester. Guaranteed medium top 9. And he's 57 overall, which is decent. Next, you guys, I'm trying to trade DiPietro from the 5th to the Penguins for a 2nd round pick. I like DiPietro, local kid, but unfortunately just not simming that great. So I'm willing to move on from him, especially if we get a 2nd rounder back from the Penguins. Trade's rejected. Could try throwing in like a 4th next year. I feel like they should do this. And they do. Okay, so yeah, I wasn't probably going to bring him back. We're going to sign a new NHL starter. Who it's going to be, I don't know. Allen Felt's going to be the backup. Burmistr will be the AHL starter. New look for goalies. Pretty new look team here after like the season we had because it needed to happen. Also, look at all the medium elites we have. That's nuts. Now the next pick, guys, is his chances. Jarmelson due to low top 6. We'll take him. And low top 9. That kind of sucks. So I think this next pick's our last one. 7th round pick. Should be getting a guaranteed low top 6 here though. And Ronald Hurd, which even if he's low rated, which yeah, he is a 50 overall. A low top 6 in the 7th round's very good. So a really good draft there, guys. We got 2 medium elite prospects, a medium top 6 forward, a medium top 4 defenseman, some other decent prospects in later rounds. I think we did well. So we're at the re-sign phase here, guys. We have 21.3 million in cap space. Again, remember that's really like 31, but we're staying 10 million below the max. Bergeron, 39 years old, still an 87. He wants 6'6". Based on his production, that's honestly really good value. I'm going to offer him like 6.25, hopefully because of his age. He gives us a bit of a discount. He doesn't want to come back. Ferrero, I'm really curious about this one. He wants 5'8". For an 86 defenseman, that's actually really fair. 4 years, till he's 36. Let's try 5'5" for 4 years. That would really give us like a solid decor. A lot of depth, honestly. I'd like to bring Crosby back too. 7.3. See if Sid the Kid will come back for like 6'8". So at that point, I think we only have, 5 million or so. Shouldn't have too many, big names other than them to resign though. Sorella here wants 1.475. An 82. I think he's pretty replaceable though. For a 4th line center, we have a lot of 80s on cheaper deals. Matthew Phillips, I think I want to give him a try. He almost wants as much as Sorella though. So looking at his offensive stats though, like they're pretty nice. 22 goals, 52 assists. If he actually played with some decent players, if he takes $1 million on a 1 year, I'll keep him. Now this kind of sucks. Capobianco's 27 years old, only a 79. He's one of the guys I didn't get to, changing the rating before I started this franchise because he should have started out as 79. But that's not the case, so gotta let him go there. DeMarchi though, we just drafted him. I'm gonna sign him, or actually, yeah, I'm gonna sign him. Sorry, I was thinking the defenseman, but the defenseman as well is gonna get signed. Probably will take over Capobianco. Crotty here, 26. So we'll give him 1 more year in the AHL just to help out the team. Kling here, this is who I was thinking of. He'll start right away for us. And in terms of goalies, guys, we have no one to re-sign, but we definitely need to sign a couple guys. An NHL starter as well as an AHL backup. Bergeron, although I'm interested in an extension, I wasn't happy with the team's success during last season. So I don't know why he's saying this. So basically he's saying I want more money to stay with the team, even though he is interested in an extension. DeMarchi says yes. Crosby wasn't happy with the team's success. I mean, you weren't here the whole time, though, Sid. Come on. Rejects this offer. Ferraro as well. Wow, so I need to pay him more money. Phillips, though, took the 1 year, $1 million. That's nice. Let's try 6.5 for Bergeron, just barely undercutting him. Now, Ferraro here, I qualified to make sure we don't lose him. 3 years. I mean, if he wants 3 years, let's do 3 years, 5.75. As Crosby and Bergeron won't be here at that point anyways. Sid, let's try 7 for 1 year. So Crosby and Bergeron both said no. Ferraro, though, says yes. Veterans playing hardball with us. I guess I'm going to literally give Bergeron what he's asking. Same with Sid. If they say no, then, this is broken. So they both rejected me paying them what they're asking for, which is so dumb. I feel like I could maybe get them cheaper in free agency. 7 for Bergeron. 7.75 for Sid. There you go. Bergeron finally says yes. Okay, I don't care why. You're being a dick with the money. Same with Crosby. You get the vet signed. Good thing is, it's 1 year deals. Hopefully they continue to sim well, even though they are, getting up there in age. Bergeron could probably retire. We still have 3.3 million. So if we get a good value starter, we can make that happen for goalie. Defense we're set. Forward we're set. Defense we're really more than set. Look at this top 60. That's pretty nasty. Carlson's down to 84, which isn't great, but his offensive stats are still really nice, which kind of what I'm worried about anyways. And so now start free agency here, guys. And Shea Theodore's available. 90 overall, wants 14 mil. That's how much Backer wants as well. RFA with Buffalo. Patrick Laine there. Kent Johnson, Taylor Radish wants 11.5. I can't believe how well he grows for Tampa. Like, that's just not fair. Buchnevich, Yamamoto up to an 87, wants 10.5. Tyson Berry's only an 84, but he still wants 8.6 million. Okay. Mikael Backlund wants 7 million as a 77. How many points did he put up last year? 56. It's still not worth $7 million, especially if, you're 36 years old, 77 overall. That is a interesting ask for sure. Let's check goalies. Who's available? What's the price? Chris Driedger, 84 for 3.6. We can almost afford him. Freddie Anderson, 82, 2.1. That's not really worth it. So we need Driedger. Our max offer is like $400K less than what he wants. Ilya Samsonov, you can see, he's asking for almost $9 million. Has 2 teams interested. So we actually made a really good trade there with Carolina, getting a second and third round pick for him since he didn't even sign with them. Saros is available as well, 88, just under 7. Surprised his stats there are so bad because he's a really good goalie. And next, you guys, I'm actually trying to get a trade with the Rangers, saying them Miller in a 4th for their first round pick. I feel like our D's solid, but if we're paying $4.5 million for Miller, he's on the bottom pair. It's not really worth it when we could have, say, Saros and net opposed to Driedger. And we also get a first round pick back. It makes even more sense. Let's see what the Rangers say here. Trades accepted. Okay, so I think that's a really good move for us. I'm going to go all in here on Saros. Hopefully we land him. We have 6.8 million there after the trade. He wants 6.9. So we're 100K short. I'm going to give him our max, or I'll do like 20K below our max just so I can actually move guys around. Maybe I'll even do like 6.8 there. His price is actually more expensive. So we'll do 6 years. 6.8 for Saros. Hopefully says yes. We do need an AHL backup still. So we'll check two-way goalies. Lennox, 22.73, medium starter. He's not too bad. Hopefully our elite grows, in which case he will be the backup because he's actually really good value. Moving him for 3 years, that's even better. Are you kidding me? Cam York, 24.79, medium top 4. I could literally have our new defenseman here to replace Condre Miller. 3 years I could get him. I'm going to offer $975K for 3 years. Hopefully says yes. That's an absolute steal. This guy, 1958, low top 4. That's really not that bad. I'll make an offer on him. Jameson Reese here as well, 24.79, high top 9. I feel like we need some depth. Let's try a 3-year deal here, get him locked up. Worst case, helps with the AHL. Same goes for Brandon Coe here, 23.78. We'll do 3 years there. And look at this, Minnesota Wild offering us a medium league goalie with a 2nd and a 4th for Carlson and a fast. Gonna decline that though. We have enough, medium league goalies, I'd say. Fast, I definitely am willing to trade. Decided to accept your offer. Bartosak, he was one of the two-way defensemen. Reese also accepts the offer. That helps with the AHL team. Cam York, like I said, I honestly think is probably going to make the NHL team. I don't know what Philly was thinking here. Brandon Coe as well. Lennox, we have our AHL backup. We have our NHL starter in Saros. Wow. Based on the high quality of your roster, I feel that I wouldn't get enough playing time. Our best goalie is an 81. What? That doesn't make any sense. Also, like, Bergeron and Crosby were telling us how we didn't do good enough for them to sign with us. Now I've got too good of a roster. Are you kidding me? Leonard we could get. Just go back to Driedger for cheaper. Oh, man, we really went all in on Saros. Leonard did win a William Jennings not too long ago. Could be a good stopgap goalie till our medium elite's ready to be the NHL starter. Jack Campbell here had really nice numbers. .916 at 2.81. Leonard, .907 at 2.94. Although it looks like this 1 year he was a backup when he was on San Jose and Ottawa. Then back to San Jose, had okay numbers. Let's go with Leonard here. Play it safe. 3 years. Let's do 2 years, 6.3. See what he says. And there we go. Robin Leonard signed with us. So hopefully he's a better goalie than Samsonov was. I think we're actually set now. Fast and a 5th and a 6th for a 3rd. I mean, I'd rather just trade Fast for like a 4th straight up. When I see if the Leafs want this trade for a 5th, they said no to a 4th. And they say yes. There you go. Alright guys, so now starting next season. I'm very optimistic for this year. I thought that last time we got second last on HL, so it doesn't really mean much. But I'll show you guys the lines. I think you'll agree with me. So, first line, Matthews, Crosby, Wright get a +5. Pretty nasty. You got Gunther, Hayton, and Keller on the second line. Geeky, Bergeron, Funk on the third line getting a +5 as well. So, that's ridiculous. You then have 4 80s there on the fourth line, and Fantasia, Phillips, and Holloway. I'm actually wondering if we just switched all this. Okay, yeah, no. We don't get the +5 on the second line, because I was thinking, obviously, giving them more ice time would be even better, but that's fine. Bergeron's down to 84. He's defensive, still can score, but he's not as good offensively as Crosby is. He's not 2 years removed from an Art Ross trophy. Chicker and Carlson's our top pair, still get a +3. Ferraro, York, Broberg, Soderstrom. So 2+3s there. In net, Leonard starting, Allenfeld backing him up. Like, this team looks pretty good. Of course, it all depends on the sim. Looking at the AHL team here, Connor Zary. I was actually going to have him instead of a Fanasayev, but it didn't work chemistry-wise. Liam Kirk there, he actually dropped in rating after I promoted him to NHL, so that didn't work. DeMarchi here, we just drafted. 3rd overall, medium elite, tons of X factors there. Give him first line minutes. Cole, McConnell, Barker, Gunler get a +2. Zuzin, Lowry, who 19, at 18 years old, he had, I think, 70 points in the AHL, 73, and he grew by 1. That seems a little weird. Niederbach, McCartney, Reese, Lassard. Defensively here, Kling, another draft pick of ours. You can see he actually has his own ability there. The bouncer, we got him 6th overall, so hopefully our medium elites we just drafted, getting all those minutes, playing on the top lines, will grow a lot. You can see the defensive chemistry there is all positive. Burmistrov starting, Knox backing him up, at least I want him to. He's a 75 though, so hopefully they basically split games. We'll see kind of how that works out, but overall, I really like the look of both these teams. The AHL team seems to always come through for me. NHL team, not so much, but we'll see how the ratings are looking here. Let's see. So we've got 95 offense, 88 defense, 87 goaltending. And what's crazy, too, is we have, let me see. I can actually view it right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zone ability players. And then we have 3 more just regular X Factor players. So half our team has X Factors. That's got to make us a playoff team, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave that thumbs up. If you guys are not subscribed yet, make sure to sub on down below. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.